On the way home, he notices a cute black cat and remembers how his parents never allowed him to have pets. When he got home, he felt bad and fell asleep dreaming of someone with whom he could live. Meanwhile, an angel was flying, heading towards the earth, admiring the beauty of the city. The next morning, Shintaro wakes up to the ringing of the alarm clock on his phone. Despite feeling unwell, he prepares for work and is shocked to find an open window. He doesn't worry about the theft, because all he has is spoiled milk. But on the balcony, he discovers a pretty girl sleeping. He shudders, spilling milk on her. She wakes up and greets him with a good morning. Seeing her wet, Shintaro quickly directs her to the bathroom. In a panic, he wonders if she is a thief or just doing cosplay. He looks around, suspecting that he is participating in a prank TV show. The girl asks Shintaro for clothes, and he lends her his shirt and apologizes for having only a shirt. But the girl also apologizes for sleeping on the balcony without permission. She says that her name is Tova and expresses gratitude for meeting such a kind person as Shintaro. She is impressed by the size of Shintaro's house, finding it incredibly spacious. Shintaro was puzzled by the girl's words. She thought that the whole house belonged to him, but after he explained, she ridiculed him for living in such a cramped room. Shintaro asked why she was sleeping on the balcony, but she just thanked him and said she wanted to repay his kindness. Toa offered to do anything for him, but as a typical main character, Shinta said that she didn't need to do anything. Then Toa offered to cook, as she is experienced in this. Opening the fridge, where she found only spoiled milk and junk food, she wanted to clean up, but Shintaro stopped her. Suddenly, someone went outside to stop a cat fight, acting as if she could talk to cats. Shintaro was baffled by her stupidity. Shintaro thought that she might have run away from home. He suggested that she return, since it was dangerous to be alone on the street, but Toa replied that her home was in heaven, and she lived among the gods. Shintaro thought that the Toa must have gone mad. She claimed that she was an angel who had received a revelation to come to Earth. Seeing Tova's serious face, Shintaro was convinced that she was a crazy girl who had snuck into his apartment. It was her first time on Earth, so she begged Shintaro to let her stay in his apartment temporarily. But the alarm went off again, reminding him to get ready for work. Shintaro gave Tovi booster clothes and told him to go home. Before she left, the Toa thanked Shintaro. After a long day at work, Shintaro asked to leave early because she felt unwell. While he was walking and thinking about Tova, suddenly Toa passed by with someone. Shintaro thought that this man was Tova's father, but she innocently said that he wanted to take her to the hotel, which made her very happy. Shintaro then asked her to leave and said that it was not good and she should respect herself. But suddenly Shintaro blacked out. When he woke up, Shintaro saw Toa in front of him, who was very worried. Shintaro was touched to see that Toa had been taking care of him all day. Then Toa cooked Shintaro food and fed him. The food was delicious because he hadn't eaten home-cooked food for a long time. He reminded that you can't easily trust everyone because there are a lot of bad people around. Before continuing, I want to say that you can support my creativity with a donation. Everyone who deposits any amount will appear at the beginning of each video. A link to the donation can be found in the description. Thank you in advance. I'm sorry Shintaro let her stay with him. Toa was so happy and hugged Shintaro. He thought that Toa must be tired of carrying him to the apartment. She casually replied that she had arrived. Then the girl showed her magic wings and Shintaro thought he was going crazy. The next day he woke up and thought it was all a dream, but when he looked to the side, he saw that Togo was sleeping there. Shintaro screamed that she had woken too, and he realized that he had indeed picked up a beautiful angel. Shintaro needed to buy a new futon and clothes. They immediately went to the supermarket. Tova was so excited that her wings came out. She apologized for being too excited, even though she had been taught to restrain herself. Shintaro asked what the angel's job really was. Tova said that her job is to be a mediator for the gods, so that they guide people, making people happy. This is also part of the angel's work, but Toa didn't know how to make them happy, so the gods sent her to Earth. Shintaro realized that he would have to save money. He asked her to go with him to buy clothes, and Tova immediately agreed, and was so happy that her wings opened again. After arriving at the mall, Tova thought it was a castle. They went to a home improvement store, and she offered to fly with a shopping cart. Then she saw the cat's cup. She seemed to like it very much, but she put it back because Shintaro was poor. Meanwhile, Shintaro was watching her. Then a small child screamed something similar to the princess, which caused everyone's attention to switch to her. Then Shintaro looked at the price tag of the clothes he was going to buy. Then he thought that Shintaro didn't have enough money, but he said that as long as Tova liked it, then so did he. Tova then tried on the fitting room clothes, and the store staff thought she was Shintaro's girlfriend. She came out, taking Shintaro by the hand, and said that she would definitely make him happy. The surrounding people thought it was a suggestion, but he was amazed to see something that looked so cute and beautiful in her new clothes. After arriving at the apartment, Shintaro felt tired because they had done too much shopping. But Toa was very happy when she saw the cat she liked, which Shintaro secretly bought for her. But Shintaro remembered that he forgot to buy a new futon, and they had to sleep together. After buying food, Tova cooks for Shintaro, who really likes it. He also praises her for her culinary skills. Shintaro also wonders if he deserves such good treatment at all. He asks if there is anything he can do for her. She says she wants to learn something, and Shintaro teaches her to use the bathroom and all the rules. After that, Shintaro goes to the living room, where he has all sorts of dirty thoughts about how Toa takes a shower. After that, when he walks in that summer, he accidentally sees Toa half naked. Shintaro immediately comes out and apologizes, but Tova says that everything is fine. After that, he goes to take a bath, but suddenly something appears that shocks Shintaro. At night, Shintaro can't sleep, because Tova sleeps so close to him on the same bed, which distracts him a lot. The next morning, when Shintaro walks into the bathroom, and he sees Talu naked again, creating a funny moment. They both flinch, apologizing. After that, Shintaro eats the food prepared by Tova. It's time for Shintaro to go to school soon, so Tova wants to go too, but Shintaro asks her to stay at home, and says she'll be back in the evening. On the way to school, Shintaro meets his friends who ask him if he slept badly. The girl blushes when she sees Shintaro, which means that she loves him. They go to school together, and in the meantime, they finish with household chores and rest thinking about Shintaro. She looks at the time and sees that it's already noon, so she's worried about Shintaro since he didn't take the lunchbox. So she decides to take the box to him. School starts having lunch, so Tsugumi asks him what he's going to eat. Shintaro says she will eat bread, but then she says she can cook for him. Shuchi also wants her to cook for him, but she gets mad at him and says that this option is only available to Shintaro because he lives alone. Shintaro sees something near the window and tells her to go to the roof. He asks to not to fly like that because people might notice her wings and something bad might happen. Tova immediately apologizes, seeing the lunchbox Shintaro offers to eat together. Meanwhile, in the classroom, the teacher asked for help, so Tsugumi volunteered for it. Taking the paper, she begins to think about how she first met the Shintaro 9 years ago. When she got lost as a child, Shintaro helped her return home. After that, she again met the Shintaro in the area of school results. She was in love with him and thinks that fate has reunited them. After that, she saw Shintaro with a girl from the window. She was shocked and thought he must be dating her, so she got jealous. But then she saw that the girl was flying away and was amazed by it. After returning from school, Shintaro thanks To for the food and sees that his clothes have been washed. But he says that he did not teach her to use the washing machine, so Toa says that she learned it herself. Shintaro notices that his underwear has been washed, which makes him very shy, and he sees a teddy bear. Tova says there was a hole in his pants, so she patched it up. Hearing that Shintaro was confused, he wanted to apologize to the washing of his pants. But instead he said that from this point on it will be erased, so she wouldn't have to touch them. And Tsumugi thinks all the time about asking Shintaro about the flying girl who came to him and decides that she will ask him the next day. Going to school, Shintaro says that he does not need a lunchbox, so Tova asks if he has started hating her and starts crying. In the end, Shintaro takes lunch. He also tells her that it's time for him to go to work. Tova wants to join him, but Shintaro refuses. During the lunch break, he was going to slip away, but his friend noticed him and asked him to join. Tsumugi notices the lunchbox, so Shintaro says that he helped the old lady, and she gave him this lunch, and when he hides it, it says Shintaro on his food, and he quickly starts eating it so that no one notices the name. Tsumugi begins to think that the girl must have cooked lunch for him. When Shintaro comes to work, the owner tells him that a new employee will join him. When Shintaro opens the door to the locker room, he sees a half-naked girl. They both got confused, and the girl slapped Shintaro. Then he washes the dishes. Anuel gives him a cold towel for his face. Shintaro thanks her and apologizes for what happened, but she says it's okay because it's her fault for not locking the door. She introduces herself as Noelle. After hearing this, Shintaro tells her if she was born on Christmas. So she gets angry and tells him that he has some kind of problem with it. After that, they both work hard at their jobs. While Shintaro is working, he thinks about how he saw her in her underwear and feels very guilty. After work, the owner tells them that they have done a great job and there is a dessert for them that they cannot eat. They both go to the locker room, and Shintaro says that the cherry on top reminds him of her underwear. But it also reminds Noelle of the incident, and she blushes and says she doesn't remember anything. But then snow begins to appear in the room. Shintaro sees Noelle trembling, so he tries to help her, but she shouts at him not to touch her because she is Yukiona. Meanwhile, throughout the cafe is getting colder. Hearing that she is Yukiona, Shintaro is not surprised, because he already knows the angel. So he says he believes her. But Elle's in shock, and we hear how people complain about the cold, so they both run into the street. We see Tova enjoying the games at home. She notices that Shintaro should have come home by now. Meanwhile, Tsumugi can't concentrate, thinking about Shintaro and that girl, so she leaves to eat ice cream. Then we will see Shintaro and Noelle in the park. Shintaro tries to talk and cheer her up, but it doesn't work. Suddenly, Nell tells him how Yukinon has been born in her family for generations, and when they experience certain emotions, such as sadness, embarrassment, or anger, they cause a cold blizzard, because of which she was unable to make friends during her school years. She only reads manga and watches anime in her room, so she got a job at a restaurant, but still brought trouble. Then she starts crying, and seeing this, Shintaro tells her that she is an amazing person, and she brings a smile to the faces of customers. Hearing this, she smiles and asks Shintaro if he will be her friend. Shintaro says yes, and we see that the Toa is above them, and Shintaro is shocked to see her, because Noelle also sees her with wings. Tsumugi also comes and sees too, and Shintaro realizes that he has big problems. I hope you liked this video. If so, subscribe and like to support my channel.